So this is my current view. This is the oven for the pizza that we made a few days back, and then the temazcal is up there, and then we kind of like eat there, and I sleep somewhere there in the boys' dorm. So yeah, this is the Ganesha space. Very nice. I love it. Alright, hey guys, welcome back to another video. I just woke up from a very long nap. I was super tired for some reason. I went to bed quite late. I was doing some emails and administrative work and things like that. And yeah, it got really late super fast, and then I woke up at 6:45 to guide the meditation session, and then we did yoga, and so in the afternoon I was just like completely out. But it felt quite good to just rest and to allow myself to rest without an alarm or something, because usually when I am living in the city I put like an alarm to take a nap, and now I just fell asleep and slept for quite a while, and it's okay. There is no like fixed schedule here or super tight deadlines or anything. So it's a nice feeling to just allow your body to do the things on its own rhythm. And again, that's like an intention that I set for this retreat, right? It's to feel at home within my own body, and that also includes kind of listening to what the body is telling me in a way. So it's nice to explore this for myself and to just allow my body to tell me what it needs and to not feel bad or guilty about it. It's definitely something that I have to learn and that I'm learning. So that's great that I can do that here. I also received a super nice email from a beautiful, wonderful subscriber that I'm super grateful for, and some beautiful comments. So it really filled my heart with gratitude and appreciation, and I feel super thankful that you guys are, I don't know, reaching out, leaving your comments, sharing your ideas. It's beautiful, so thank you so much for that. Also build more of the bunk beds. I'll show you what it looks like. Look at this, guys. Oh, building bunk beds. This is my bunk beds over there with the blue mosquito net. Jesus, they're pretty nice actually. Very sturdy. Very sturdy things. I like it. Good work. Good work. It looks quite nice actually. They're very, very sturdy, beautifully varnished bunk beds, and the mosquito net fits in nicely. So I'm very happy about that, because mosquitoes, man, wow, these insects, they can be very tedious sometimes. Is there anything else I feel like I wanted to share? I don't really think so. I was thinking a little bit about living in community. I had a conversation with Andrew, a guy who is here also. He is 53 and he's living here now. And he is still single, so he doesn't have a relationship, and he didn't really have any like substantial relationships in his whole life in a way. And I thought it was very interesting to have a conversation with him about this, because for me relationships are super important. Not only friendships or the relationships with ourselves, but with an intimate partner. I really feel like this is something that is deeply meaningful to me, and I yearn for that. It's something that I want. It's something that I think is important. Is an important part of my life, at least. And even though currently I'm not in a relationship, I don't feel like I really need it or that I crave it. I feel in a very good space personally. I feel like I am doing the things that I want to do, and it feels really good to be resourceful and to be abundant in your own skin, and to not have to look outside yourself for recognition or a sense of completeness or something. All these things I felt after my breakups. I felt like, oh, I'm incomplete, and I want someone to be in my life, and I feel so alone, and I feel so, unworthy, and all these things. But now I really don't feel like that. But I do think and I do feel that being in an intimate relationship with someone that you deeply love is very, very meaningful, and you can build that relationship. You can, share so many things together. You can build trust. You can build each other up. You can share your personal journey with each other, and support one another. That is something that I believe is really important in an intimate relationship, to meet each other where you're at, and to really support one another in your personal growth, and challenging each other, questioning things, being there to provide inspiration, to talk about the things that really matter, the hard conversations, the disagreements, the potential conflicts, okay, to resolve them with love and compassion. And I believe that an intimate relationship is really a mirror for you or for yourself, and that is very, very valuable. And so for him, it's less important in a way, or perhaps I felt like he was slightly avoidant of relationships in general, which is his journey, right? In my life, relationships have been one of the core elements, and they always will be. That's how I feel about it. So developing conversational skills, developing social skills, developing authenticity, all these things are really important to me, and have been, because they allow me to connect deeper with other human beings, right? And that is ultimately what I really long for, what I really want. So it was a very interesting conversation to talk to a 53-year-old guy who didn't really have any, you know, real long-term relationships. And I am 29 years old, and I've had quite a few relationships that lasted for more than 2-3 years, which is not that long, but it's also quite long, especially in today's day and age. People, they break up very fast, or like, sorry, my phone's storage was full. So I was talking about serial monogamy. People get into different relationships very fast, very soon. And not that I'm saying that it's a bad thing. I think that people should be free to do what they want in that regard, okay? Unless, of course, they're hurting others or taking advantage of others, then I don't agree with this. But, you know, in my opinion, there's a lot of value in really building a relationship, a long-term relationship. And I didn't think about this like this when I was younger. I was more, polygamy and open relationships and all these, alternative styles of relationships. But now that I'm getting older, I can see the value of having someone where you go really deep with. And so having this conversation with Andrew was also kind of clarifying for me, in a way, to understand that yes, this is actually really important to me, and I value this depth of relationship in my life a lot. And it also reflects in my life experiences, right? And his kind of more like avoidant behavior also reflects in his life. So yeah, I was really happy to have had this conversation with him. He's also recovering drug and alcohol addict, and we had a conversation about that. And he is doing like 12-step programs and stuff. Super interesting to actually talk to someone who has this experience with these communities and meetups, because I've actually never really had a conversation with someone who has been in these 12-step programs. I've listened to a lot of podcasts, and I've listened to a lot of things about and around addiction, because I feel like I struggle with addiction myself a lot. But I've never actually talked to someone who went into the 12-step programs, and who has experiences meeting people who really go through the same stuff. And I think that maybe it could be cool to attend a meeting, for example, for me, just to feel the vibe and to see how people are sharing their stories and holding each other accountable. I think it's a great thing. And like, I'm doing this privately with some of my friends, but in this communal setting, it might be really cool to, I don't know, to explore it, to just see what it's like to give something and to receive something. I think that's beautiful. So I also had a very interesting conversation with someone about like figuring out what's next or what I would like to do in the next few months, and I'm super excited about exploring a project that I am fleshing out with Elias, my friend that I met at the Rainbow, where we will try to create a space for people to learn social skills. So we want to rent a big house and host 7 people and then 3 coaches, and we'll live together and cook together and go out together and talk to people and do some seminars and teach about communication skills and meditation and all this stuff. And we would do it on a donation based payment system where people can just decide to give something freely if they want to, and if not, that's also perfectly fine. So we want to make it really accessible to anyone who is willing to join. We will host it in Budapest in Hungary. So yeah, this is something that I'm super excited about, to be honest, to be, I don't know, teaching and helping others develop themselves socially. And I got really fired up about it, talking to her about this. So this is something that I feel like I really want to explore further for myself before I go on a van life trip. That's probably going to be not this year, but the next year. Or I don't know. We'll see. There is no pressure or time pressure. I don't have to do it like now. Okay. But this project during the summer is something that I think is going to be a fun experience, on top of doing some small Euro trip with Jorim, my photographer friend, whom I went to Italy with and Iceland and a lot of places. He's a fantastic guy, and I'm really looking forward to having a good time this summer. So I was super excited to all of a sudden realize that there is so many cool things that are, in the pipeline and about to happen in the next few months. So yeah, that is, I think, what I wanted to share today, guys. I hope that you enjoyed this little video. I hope that you enjoyed my thoughts about relationships and, I don't know, exploring ourselves. And if you have anything to add or you have any comments, please leave them down below. I always receive them with a lot of gratitude and enthusiasm. I want to thank you so much for your attention. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.